Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball. It's April 15th, tax day, and it's the Chicago White Sox taking on the New York Yankees in New York. Let's take a look here at the White Sox starting lineup. Leading off playing left field is Ralph Garr. Batting second playing center field, Chet Lemon. Batting third playing second base is Warte. Batting fourth playing right field is Bonds. Batting fifth playing first base is Johnson. Batting sixth doing the DH is Bloomberg. Batting seventh playing third base is Salterholm. Batting eighth playing shortstop is Kessinger. And batting ninth doing the catching is Norengren. And on the mound for the Chicago White Sox is Francisco Barrios. Let's take a look here at hometown New York Yankees starting lineup. Leading off, playing second base, Willie Randolph. Batting second, playing center field, Mickey Rivers. Batting third, doing the DH is Jim Spencer. Batting fourth, playing right field is Razzie Jackson. Batting fifth, playing first base is Chambliss. Batting sixth, playing left field is White. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Johnson. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Dent. And batting ninth, playing first base, the other Mickey in this game, Clawless. And doing the pitching for the New York Yankees is Ed Figueroa. Let's get down here to Yankee Stadium and get this game started, folks. And first batter Ed Figueroa will be facing is Ralph Garr, batting .348 with 2 RBIs. This is Ed's second game. He's 1-0. He's got a 2.0 ERA. Let's see if he can get the job done here for the Yankees. And here's the pitch to Ralph Garr. And that's going to be let's see, there's no way he's going to be that good or that bad. Against a righty, he'll make him a 16, and that 12 will stay at 12. That'll be a ground ball down to Chambliss. He's up with it. He'll take it himself, touch the bag for out number 1, and that'll bring up Chet Lemon now. And Chet Lemon is batting .333, and with 2 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. That'll be out number 2 as Rivers makes the catch. And that brings up Jorge Orte. Orte's batting .524 in the year. He's got 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, off to a great start. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Randolph up with it. Fires over the Chambliss. That'll end the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. White Sox, nothing. Randolph, Rivers, and Spencer due up here for the Yanks. Willie's batting .360 and 1 RBI. He'll be facing Francisco Barrios, his second start of the year. Doesn't have a record. He's got a nice ERA, though. 1.29 ERA. And here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a 40, a rare play result. 53 on a 40. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. 1 strike on Randolph. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Out number 1. And that brings up Mickey Rivers now. And Mickey's batting .296 with 5 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's probably going to be a base hit, folks. It's going to drop him down to a 3, and that's a base hit into right field. Rivers is aboard here with 1 out. So Rivers might be taking off here, folks. +1 move, a +2 arm, +4 arm. So that'd be a 5. I'd make him a 27 and a 27. Let's see here. That's a 53. So Rivers is going to take off, try to steal second, get in scoring position here for Spencer. 11 to 53. He's safe, folks. And he barely makes it in there. Let's see here if the throw gets away. 55. Well, throwing a 55. Nope. He's good. So that's a stolen base for Rivers. He's down at second now. In scoring position for Spencer. So with 1 out, what happened there? Didn't take the stolen base, huh? So we got a stolen base. And now Spencer with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. And here's the pitch. Spencer's batting .250 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That's probably going to score Rivers from second. Here it is. And that's going to be is he an L or anything? No, Burris is not. So that's going to be a double in the right field. And that'll score Rivers. And the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. So Hayes off, stealing the base. Nice job by Rivers getting in the scoring position. And now, hey, what's going on? Grandal, 9-7-0. Oh, yeah, exactly. I love it too, bud. Doing this project with the master game, Apba Master. Now we got Reggie Jackson up. He's batting .304, a homer and 5 RBIs. And now Spencer's in scoring position with 1 out. And that's going to be a 40. Let's see, that's the team wow pitch. So let's see what the team is. And a DH for who was the DH for him? Isn't that awful? Can't remember who was DHing. Let's take a look here at the box score so we can see who's DHing. That's not what I want. Alrighty. Go here and get the box score and see who the DH is. So I can get the team defense and Bloomberg's DH. So there'll be a fielding column 3. That's a wild pitch unless he's a wild pitch 0. So no, that's a wild pitch. And Spencer gets down the third now. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jackson. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That should scoring. They're going to be playing back. And the plays over to first. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead here. Now there's 2 outs, nobody on for Chambliss. Nice piece of hitting by Jackson. Want him to do more than that, but we'll take it. 2-0 lead. Here's Chambliss batting .360, a homer and 4 RBIs as Aaron Reed joins us here. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. Nice piece of hitting by Chris. And with 2 outs, Chambliss is aboard. And that'll bring up Cliff Johnson now. Yankees trying to add something to. Oh, Roy White's up. I got this batting order messed up. Alrighty. Roy White's up now. Batting .421, a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Francisco can't get this final out here. Now we got first and second, and now we got Mr. Johnson up. He's batting .071 with a 1 RBI on the year. Can Cliff get off of here and start hitting the ball? And no, but he'll take that base on balls, and they're going out to talk to Francisco. Bases loaded. 2 outs for Bucky Dent. Bucky get a big base hit here. Bust this game wide open for the Yanks. Bucky's batting .304. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bucky. And that's going to probably be a base hit. That's going to make him a 9 on a 7. And that is a base hit in the center field. And that's going to easily score White from second. Now let's see if Johnson doesn't have much speed, can get to third here. Let's see. So that would be a 59 minus a nice arm out there of 37 plus 4. 26 to get down there. 52 or lower. He's gonna take the chance here. 52 or lower. Johnson gets in the third, and he's down the third. So that was a base hit in the center field, did I say? Yeah, in the center field. And we're going to have first and third, still 2 outs. And Bucky didn't just double this lead, folks. It's now 4-0, New York. And here comes Mr. Mickey Klotz up. Mickey's first plate appearance of the year. He batted 1,000. He was 2 for 2 with a double in his only appearance. Probably this game here was the only time he played. So here's the pitch to Mickey. And that's going to be a 19. And we're going to need the third baseman. And he's a 4, a 26 on a 4. And that's going to be fielding column 1. And with the defense back, that's going to be a ground ball. Nice play down there. Fires over to first. That'll end the inning. The Yankees send 9 batters to the plate, folks. Score 4 runs. Take a 4-0 lead. Yeah, exactly. Might not make it through the second inning is right. We'll have Bonds, Johnson, and Bloomberg due up here for the White Sox. And now Ed Figueroa's got a 4-run lead. Can he make it hold up here, folks? And here's the pitch to Bobby Bonds. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want to see if you're a Yankee fan with a 4-run lead walking the leadoff man. Here's Lamar Johnson up now with a runner down at first. Lamar's batting .259 on the year. He's got 2 RBIs. Yankees looking to turn 2 here. Not much speed at the plate. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Ed's first strikeout. That brings up Eric Soderholms. And Eric is batting up. Oh, Bloomberg's up now. Got that batting order messed up. Okay. So Bloomberg's up. Sorry about that. Only batting a .158. And he's ready for the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And a 65. That'll be column number 3. That's going to be a slow roller. Bucky charges, fires over to first to get out number 2. But Bonds will get down the second, get in scoring position. And now we got Eric up. And Soderholm is batting a .182. He does have a homer and 3 RBIs, though. And that's going to be a fly ball out to White in left field. That'll end the inning. White Sox strand 1. We go to the bottom of the second. We got the top of the order since the Yankees batted around in the first. Randolph, Rivers, and Spencer. Willie grounded out the second his first time up to his counterpart. Not this time, though, folks. That's going to be a base hit into left in the center field, I believe. Now it's going to be an infield hit for Willie. A little slow roller down the third. And he's on base with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Rivers now. And Rivers is 1 for 1. He singled, stole a base, and came around to score in the first. And the bullpen's up now, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And let's see here. The second baseman, Orte, is a 7 on a 45. And that'll be fielding column 2. And that's going to be thrown over to second. And they'll get the lead runner, but that's not hard enough hit to get the double play. So that'll put Rivers down at first now with 1 out. And here comes Jim Spencer up now. And Spencer is 1 for 1 today. He doubled, drove in a run, and came around to score in the first. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that's probably going to be it for Burris. Let's see what kind of lefties they got in the bullpen here. You got Chambliss, Jackson Chambliss, and then turn White around. And Hinton might come in here to pitch. Let's see here. Burris can't make it through 2 innings, folks. Not a good day for the White Sox starting pitcher. See when the last time Hinton pitched. Yeah, it's been a while since Rich has pitched. Rich is going to come in here and try to eat up some innings for him, as Burris has a very short outing. And this is Hinton's 4th game. He's saved 1, doesn't have an ERA at all. So he's done a fine job when he's come in. Now Jackson's up. He had a RBI in the first inning, grounded out. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And that's going to be first and second. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. Can they turn 2? And Eric is going to be probably a great fielding column 3 with that 54 on a 4. And yeah, so that's not going to be a double play. That's going to be hit down. And Spencer, that is going to be a double play because he's a slow runner. So that's going to be the old 5, 4, 3 double play, with Spencer being a slow runner down there at first. And that'll win the inning. So nice job by Hinton to come in here and end that. Now we got the bottom part of the order due up here for the White Sox, still trailing by 4. We got Kissinger, then Norengrad, and back to the top of the order in Gar. And Kissinger's batting .238 on the season, and he has 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Chambliss up with it, calls off Ed, takes it himself for out number 1. Here's Wayne Norengrad, and he's batting .438, folks, with a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. White's got that for out number 2. We go back to the top of the order now. And Gar grounded out his first time up. And that's going to probably be a base hit here off of Figueroa. 13 and 8. Nice play out there in center field. Mickey Rivers robs him of a base hit. He puts the Jets on and robs Gar of a hit. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 4-0 New York. We got Chambliss, White, and Johnson due up here for the Yankees. Chris is 1-for-1, came around to score in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So there's one out here. And now we got Roy White. He'll turn around and bat from the right side now with the lefty on the mound. He walked and came around the score. And that could be a base hit here, folks. It's going to make him a 7. And a 7 and a 7. That's going to be a single into right field. So White gets aboard here with 1 out. He goes the other way with it. It brings up Cliff Johnson. See if Cliff can get something going here. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And that could be a double play ground ball, folks. And again, that's hit down the third. A 4 and a 26. I might be fielding column 1. And that's barely a fielding column 1. And again, that's going to be your old 5-4-3 double play. And again, the White Sox get out of the mess as Eric Soderholm down there at third doing a great job playing the hot corner. And that'll bring up Lemon, Orte, and Bonds here in the top of the 4th. And Chet flew out to center field his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Chambliss has got that. And that's out number 1. Here's Orte now. And he is 0-for-1. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Only the second strikeout by Figueroa. That brings up Bobby Bonds now. And Bobby walked his first time up. And he's going to walk this time. Bobby with good eyes takes the walk. White Sox need base runners. So now it's up to Johnson to do something about it. And Lamar struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. All of a sudden, Ed's having a little trouble finding the plate. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he squares this 2-0 pitch up, Johnson does. And Bonds got great speed down there at first. And that's going to be does he have any L's and M's? No, he doesn't. That's going to be a double into right field. And a 52 with Bonds' speed. He should make it home easy. Yeah, he'll make it home with no throw. And the White Sox get a runner in. And it is now 4-1. All this coming here with 2 outs. Gotta hate them base and balls, folks. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Grand old. Yeah. Oh, Bobby didn't score here. Let's redo this. Bobby's supposed to score from first. So a double to right field. And like I say, Bobby should score here. And that brings up Bloomberg now, 4-1 ball game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Easy play for Bucky. He fires across the diamond in the inning. But the White Sox score 1. We get to the bottom of the 4th. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Dent, Cloths, And Willie Randolph. Bucky's 1-for-1 today. He had a 2 RBI single his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play 39. 21 on a 39. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike one on Dent. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bucky. And he's going to drive this ball, I think, into the gap out there. That's going to be an infield hit. Nice play by Orte to knock it down. But he gets aboard here. So Bucky Dent's aboard with one out. And here comes the other Mickey. And he's 0-for-1. He grounded out the third his first time up. And not this time, folks. Against the lefty. It's going to make him a 9 and an 8 and a 9. And that's going to be a single. I believe it's going to be a single, an 8 and a 9. Yeah, it's going to be a single in the center field. And Bucky, with nobody out, is going to stop at second. So now we got first and second and back to the top of the order. And all of a sudden, hitting here in the fourth innings is having trouble. They're nickeling him to death here. Randolph's 1-for-2, grounded out to his counterpart and singled. Hey, Texas. Yeah, exactly. Glad to see you, bud. So, Willie, can he drive in Bucky from second here and get this back to a 4-run lead? And he does, folks. He squares this one up. See what happens here. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And Dent's going to score easily, I would think here. 36, maybe not. We better check this. 36 in the right field. So Bucky might not score here. Well, Bucky will score, but I'm talking Klaus. Is he going to score here? Double in the right field. So it'll be a 36. That'll make him a 15. He's going to stop at third. So that scores one run. Nobody out. Don't need him getting thrown out. So now we got second and third. Nobody out for Rivers, and it's a 5-1 ball game, folks. They go out and talk to Hinton. He was cruising until this fourth inning here. And now he's got Mickey Rivers up. Mickey's 1-for-2 with a stolen base and came around to score. And here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Gar is a 1 on a 1. That's probably going to be a 44 and a 1. That's probably going to be fielding 3. And it is. See if that's deep enough to score. Klaus, and it should be a 59 and a 27 arm. That will he tag up from second? That's the question. A 30. Let's see here. 33 minus the 17, 27 arm plus 18. 24. Let's see here. 24. That'll be a 11 to 51. Randolph's going to try to get down the third here with 1 out. And he makes it. So that's a nice sacrifice fly by Rivers. Both runners tag up. And now we got a runner down at third. And 1 out. And they're going to bring the infield in. And we got Mr. Spencer up here now. And Spencer's 1-for-1. Walked, has an RBI double. Hey, Dave. And here's the pitch to Spencer. And that's going to be a base hit probably. Let's see here. Oh, Spencer's terrible against lefties. He might not. That's going to make that a 18 on a 9. That's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Bonds has got that. Let's see here. And Bonds is a 2 on a 22. That'll be fielding column 1. And let's see here. A 6. That'll be a 56. 20. 20. That'll score Randolph. Nice sacrifice fly by Spencer. And it is now 7-1 Yankees. They went hitting to finish this inning, folks, and that'll be it for him. And here is the pitch to Jackson. Nobody on and 2 outs. And Jackson gets a hold of this. He might not finish this inning, folks. And Reggie says, that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going into the right field seats. Just over the 310 mark out there in right field. And let's see who they're going to bring in, folks. Hitting can't get out of this 4th inning. And I think they're going to bring in Willoughby. He's going to come in as long as he hasn't pitched lately. So through 4 innings, the White Sox are going through to the 3rd pitcher of the game. Not what you want to see here if you're a White Sox fan. And let's see here. When was the last time Willoughby pitched? And it's been 4 days. So he'll come in here and try to eat up some innings hit and wasn't able to. So now you got bases empty. And 2 outs for Mr. Chambliss. See if Chris can keep this inning going, folks. He's 1 for 2. Struck out his last time up, though. And that might be a strikeout this time. Nope. That's just going to be a pop-up down the short in the shallow left field. That'll end the inning, but the Yankees score 4 more and make this an 8-1 ball game, folks. And now we got the bottom part of the order due up here for the White Sox. Soderholm, Kessinger, and Norngrad due up here. Eric's 0 for 1 flew out the left. And that's going to be a 22. That's back to the in front of the plate. Johnson's not a good fielder. A 32 on a 6. He might screw the pooch here. And that's barely going to be fielding column 2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and he holds on to it. Doesn't drop the 3rd strike. That's out number 1. Everything's going the Yankees' way here, folks. That'll bring up Kessinger now. He's 0 for 1, grounded out the 1st. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Easy play for Bucky. 2 up and 2 down. And here comes Wayne Norngrad up. And Wayne is 0 for 1. He flew out the left field his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Rivers has got that. 1, 2, 3 goes the White Sox. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. We got White due up, followed by Johnson and Dent. Roy's 1 for 1. He singled and walked. And that's going to be the first time they get him out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd, over to 1st for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. Here's Cliff Johnson up now. And Cliff's 0 for 1. He's walked and hit into a double play. And not this time. That's going to be a rare play result. 36 and a 44. And that's going to be a 10. We need a shortstop is a 7. And let's see here what happens here. 63. That's going to be fielding column 3. And that's going to be a single in the left field. It gets by Kessinger. Nice diving attempt, but it didn't work. So Johnson's aboard here with a 1-out single. Like I say, the ball's got eyes, and it's all Yankees right now, folks. That brings up Bucky Dent. He's a perfect 2 for 2 today with 2 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Dent. And that's going to be a ground ball down this in front of the plate. That's going to be your old, let's see here. That's going to be hit down to the second base, rather. And that's going to be your old 4-6-3 double play. That's the third double play the Yankees have hit into, or this game could really be ugly. It's bad enough. Yankees up by 7. We go to the top of the 6th. We got the top of the order due up here for the White Sox. Gar, Lemon, and Orte. Here's the pitch to Gar. And that's probably going to be a base hit into left field, and it is. And Roy White takes it on the hop, fires it in. So the White Sox got the leadoff runner aboard. That brings up Chet Lemon now. And the White Sox get something going. Chet's 0 for 2, flew out and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, I believe. They're down the second. Willie is a 8 with a 42. That might be fielding column 1. And it is. Can they turn a double play here, folks? And no. Unless he's a slow runner. Let's see here. No, Chet's sure not slow. So they get the lead-off runner, the lead runner on a ground ball down the second. Now you got Lemon down at first with Orte up. And Orte is 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. 1 out now with Lemon at first. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And who's going to call for it? Mickey Gloss out in shallow left field makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here. That brings up Bobby Bonds. Bobby's walked twice today. We'll add pitch to him here. And he does, and that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Bonds strikes out the end of the inning. Lemon gets stranded at first. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We got Mickey Gloss, Willie Randolph, and the other Mickey Rivers due up here for the Yankees. And Mickey's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be probably another base hit. That's going to make him an 8, an 11 on a 9. And nice play down there at short by Kessinger. He dives for it, picks that ball up, fires over to first, and robs Mickey of a base hit. So 1 out now, and here's Randolph up. Randolph's 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And that's going to be hit down the short also. You might want to pick on somebody other than Kessinger. He's playing a mean shortstop right now. 2 up and 2 down. And here comes Mickey Rivers. And he gets something going here with 2 out. And that's going to be a base hit. That's a slow roller down the first. No play to get Mickey. He's aboard here with 2 outs. That brings up Spencer now. And Jim is 1 for 1. He's walked, driven in 2 on a double. Spencer do something here with Rivers down at first. And he does. He squares this one up. Jim's having a hell of a game, folks. And that ball is smashed in the left field. Now it's smashed in the right field. And Bonds misjudges that, gets over his head. That ball's rolling around. He fires it in. Jim Spencer, with his great speed, pun intended, is rounding second, headed for third. And he's in there with a triple. They apply the tag, and he's safe. And the Yankees are up now 9-1. And here comes Reggie. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. A solo homer, rather. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that'll end the inning. And the Yankees score 1 and take a 9-1 ball game into the top of the 7th. You got Johnson, Bloomberg, and Soderholm due up here for the White Sox. And Figueroa's pitching a heck of a game here, folks. A 2-hitter. And one of those hits was Johnson. He doubled off of him his last time up and drove in the only run for the White Sox. And not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down the third for out number one. So now there's one down for Bloomberg. Let's see what Ron can do. He's grounded out the short twice. And that's going to be an 18. That's going to be the shortstop, Bucky Dent, on a 13. On a 16. That's still a big fielding column one. That's still an error on old Bucky because there's only one out. So that's an E6. So Bloomberg's down at first with one out. And here comes Eric Soderholm, and he's 0 for 2, flew out and struck out. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to Jackson and right. And that'll be 2 down here. And that brings up Kessinger now. And on is 0 for 2, grounded out twice. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Can he take advantage of this batter's count? And no, he can't. That's going to be a fly ball out to White in left field. That'll end the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. And you got Chambliss, White, and Johnson due up here in the 7th inning. And Chris is 1 for 3 today. Struck out and popped up his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Chet Lemon's patrolling out there, makes the catch for out number 1. And that brings up Roy White now. And White's 1 for 2 with a walk. And he grounded out the third his other time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down the third. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. And here comes Cliff Johnson. See what old Heathcliff can do. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. He grounded it into a double play his other time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Willoughby sets them down in order. We go to the top of the 8th. White Sox has got a lot of work to do. They're down by 8. Got Norngrad and then to top of the order, and Gar and Lemon due up here against Figueroa. And here's the pitch to Wayne. And that's going to be a rare play, a 62 on a 40. And that's going to be a a 20. We're going to need the catcher, which is Johnson. Have to re-roll this. A 51. That's going to be column 3. That's a error on Johnson. And Norngrad's going to make it the whole way down the second on that E2, folks. So a costly error by Johnson gets a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the 8th. And we got to the top of the order. And here is Mr. Ralph Gar. And Ralph's 1 for 3, one of the 2 hits given up by Figueroa. He singled his last time up. And he does more than that this time. It looks like he squares this one up. See what Gar can do here. That ball is, well, let's see. Does he have a G or an H? No, Figueroa don't have a G or an H. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is driven in the left field. And that is Gar's first home run of the year. And that makes it a 9-3 ball game, folks. Red Sox trying to put up a fight here. And that brings up Chet Lemon. He's 0 for 3. Flew out, grounded out, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Bucky's up with it. Fires across to first. Chambliss has got it. That'll be out number 1. And that brings up Orte now. And he is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, and popped up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. So after the home run, Figueroa settles down and gets 2 of them out. Now it's up to Bobby Bonds to keep this 8th inning going. He's 0 for 1. He's walked twice, struck out his last time up though. And that's going to be a lazy ground ball down the Bucky over to first. And the error cost the Yankees 2 runs, folks. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-3. And the White Sox will get another pitcher in here. Bring in another righty. See who they're going to bring in. Finish this 8th inning off. Try to keep it a 6-run game. And it looks like Ron Schuler's going to come in here and pitch the 8th inning. Bring in another righty. You got Den up and then Randolph. Then the switch hitting Rivers. And this is Ron Schuler's second appearance. He's 0-1. He's got a lofty 27 ERA, but it's early in the year. And these relievers, you know how that works. Bucky's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs on the game now. And that's going to be 19. It's going to be a third baseman and a 33 on a 4. That might be fielding column 3, 2. Yeah, it's fielding column 2. And that's going to be an error on Soderholm. He's been playing a fine third base, but he commits an error. Bucky Dent's aboard again, folks. Here comes Mickey Kloss up now with a runner down at first. Nobody out. He's 1 for 3. Singled and grounded out twice. And he's going to single again, I believe, here, folks. And that's going to make him an 8. An 8 on a 7. And, yep, that's going to be a single in the right field. Bucky's going to stop at second with nobody out. So now Randolph's up, first and second. And Ron's not the answer here for the White Sox, it looks like. White Sox are looking to turn 2. Randolph's 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. And he squares this one up, folks. Oh, Schuler is getting pounded here. And that's going to be he's an L. So let's see. This could turn into a home run, folks. It's going to make him a 2. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Willie Randolph launches one in the right field, folks. And this ball game is ridiculous. It is now 12-3. And they just went out and talked to Ron and said, boy, it's your game. We're not taking you out. You got to struggle through this. I just ballooned his ERA up to 54, folks. Nobody out. Mickey Rivers is up now. Turn out the lights. This party's over, folks. Here's the pitch to Mick. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI and a stolen base. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Over to first for out number 1. And here comes Mr. Spencer now. And Jim's 2 for 2, walked, a double, a triple, and 3 RBIs. So he won't get enough at bats here for the cycle. Let's see if he can get a double or a single here, folks. And that's going to be a base on balls. So he trots on down the first. So Spencer's been on base all 4 times. And that'll bring up Reggie Jackson now. He's 1 for 4 with that home run. And let's see what Reggie does here. And that's going to be a pop-up probably down the short. That's a swing and a miss. Reggie strikes out here today. Now we got 2 outs and Chris Chambliss up. And Chambliss is 1 for 4 today. And that'll be a 41. That's going to be, well, we'll check here. The catcher is a 5 on a 22. 22. That's going to be fielding column 3. That's going to be a rare play result. Re-roll the dice here. And a 14. 14 on a 41 with a runner down at first. And he doesn't balk. Let's see. Runner to second if pitcher is a BK0, and he is, so he does balk. He balks Spencer down. This balk. Is that a BL? Or is it a BK? Let's try a BK. So there's Spencer down at second now with 2 outs. And here's the pitch to Chambliss. Chambliss drives Spencer in from second, folks. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Yankees score 3 on a Randolph home run. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 12-3. Can Figueroa pitch a 3-hit, 3-run game here, folks. He's trying for the complete game. He's got Johnson, Bloomberg, and Sauter home due up here. Lamar is 1 for 3 with a double in the RBI off of him. Not this time, though. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. Dents up with it. Fires across the diamond for out number 1. And that brings up Ron Bloomberg now. And Bloomberg's 0 for 3. He did reach on an error his last time up. He's hit every ball down the short. And he says you might as well do it again. That's another ground ball to Dent. This time he doesn't mess up. Throws it over. 2 ground balls, 2 outs, and the White Sox are down to their last out. Eric Soderholm is up 0 for 3. Flew out twice and struck out. And that's a swing and a miss, and Ed ends this game in style. Yankees blow out the White Sox 12-3. Not much of a game, folks. Sure. Not much of a game. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Aaron. Let's take a look at this box score. It was all Yankees, that's for sure. White Sox, 3 runs on 3 hits. They was productive. They didn't get many hits, but they came through with 1 error. The Yankees, 12 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors. Gar was 2 for 4. White Sox were 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They only left 4 men on base. And the Yankees, the top of the order, Randolph 3 for 5, Rivers 2 for 4, Spencer perfect 2 for 2 day and 2 walks, 3 RBIs. Excuse me, nice job by Spencer. Yankees were 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Randolph and Jackson with home runs. Yankees only left 5 men on base. Francisco Cabarrus, 1 1/3 inning, 5 hits, 4 runs, walk 3. Hinton came in. He exploded 2 1/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, struck out 1, gave up a homer. And Willoughby didn't do bad. 3 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 1. And then Schuler comes in, gives up the 3-run homer to Randolph. 2 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 2, and like I say, gave up the home run. Yeah, seems like, huh? Yeah. All righty. Well, we don't have no Braves games scheduled for April 15th, so we'll do both the American and National League in fast play here. So we got the Brewers traveling to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. Looks like Jim Palmer's first start here. Let's see what the Orioles can get off their slide. They're only 1 and 5 on the year. And Palmer does his job. He shuts the Brew Crew out. No runs on a two-hitter, one error. And the Orioles, just like the Yankees, pound the Brewers, though. 8 runs and 9 hits and no errors. Now we got the Rangers traveling up to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Doc Ellis against Lee. Old Bill Lee's always interesting to watch. And the Rangers beat the Red Sox 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The Red Sox only 1 hit, 1 run on 8 hits and 1 error. Then you got the Indians traveling to Kansas City to take on the Royals. See what happens here in Kansas City. And the Indians blow out Kansas City. Let's see what the Stars for. Thornton drove in 7 runs, folks, out of the 9. He was 3 for 5 with a homer and 7 RBIs. Indians, 9 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. The Royals, no runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Then you got the Mariners traveling to Minnesota to take on the Twins. And the Twins beat up on the Mariners. Man, not many close games here. So far, the Red Sox game was the only close game. The Mariners, 1 run, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Twins, 6 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. And the last game in the American League on April 15th is the Tigers and the Blue Jays. See what happens up here in Toronto. And the Tigers win 7 runs on 15 hits and no errors. The Blue Jays 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Now we move over to the National League. You got the Pirates traveling out to Chicago to take on the Cubbies. And the Cubbies beat up on the Pirates. The Pirates 4 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. The Cubbies 8 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. And Alvan de Jesus, he's on a tear at the beginning of this year, folks. 3 for 4 with another home run and 3 RBIs. We'll look at his stats later, but he is tearing up the National League so far. Now we got Aaron Reds playing the Astros. Let's see what your big red machine can do here, Aaron. Against the Astros. And the Astros take it to your Reds. The Reds 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The Astros 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. Terry Poole had a good game, 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Then we got the Mets traveling to Montreal to take on the Expos. And the Mets win 5 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. The Expos only 1 run on 8 hits and no errors. And the last game here on the 15th, the undefeated Philadelphia Phillies taking on the yet to win Cardinals. See if they can keep it that way. Ken Castro's fighting Phils. It is a good team in 78. And the first win by the Cardinals and the first loss by the Phillies. Phillies only 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. And the Cardinals 2 runs, 5 hits, and no error. And a future Philly did the job. Old John Denny, he came through for the Cardinals to get the win. Take a quick look here at the standings and leaderboard. Not a lot to look at early in the year, but we'll take a look. Yankees are now the only undefeated team. Tigers are playing good ball. And you got the Twins leading out in the West. Phillies, like I say, that was our first loss, leading there in the National League East. And the Dodgers leading out in the West. Thurman Munson leading the American League with a .520 average. Bruce Brochy and Yaz with 4 home runs. How about a Thornton for the Tribe with 11 RBIs? Stargell's leading in the National League with a 524 average. And you got Foster, Lazinski, Parker, Smith with three home runs leading the National League. And you got Big Dave Parker and leading the National League with RBIs. Of course, right now the league in ERA is a 0. And Dave Glotz for the Twins is the first pitcher to make it to 3 wins. And Goose has gotten 3 saves. And you got everybody in the National League tied with 2 wins. And you got Ken Frush and Willie Hernandez with 2 saves. Early in the year, Gorman Thomas leading the MVP voting in the American League. Glotz the Cy Young in the American League. Terry Poole MVP for the Nationals right now. And old lefty Steve Carlton, Cy Young right now, leader for the National League. And the next game up on the schedule should be another Yankee game, I believe, against these White Sox. Let's take a look here. Yep, next game you'll see will be the White Sox against the Yankees. Alrighty, I want to thank TexAg75, Aaron Reed, Dave Little. Check out his great channel, folks. Does wrestling and all over there on Dave's channel. Randall970. I want to thank him. He was the first one in the house for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and on your way out of Yankee Stadium, hit that like button. Oh, thank you, Dave. I appreciate it, bud. And until next time, you all have a great afternoon and take care.